Let's begin now.
Trustyourmove.com. I gotta do that. I gotta do that, Ocelot.
You know, today, I just woke up and I said,
Good job.
no, instead of waiting on a good day, waiting around through ups and downs, waiting on something to happen, I just said,
Oh shit.
that's right.
I'm adding the Friday Night Light shows. Oh wait, you can't hear me. Sorry. You hear me now? You hear me now? Not the fly. I'm finishing up the first quarter Friday Night Light shows. We're gonna broadcast the Dodger Stadium Farewell Yellow Brick Road show of Elton John. I can't wait. That's gonna be cool. And the week before that is like this 3-hour Bjork, who, by the way, dude, if not for nothing, tune in to look at her breast. All of a sudden, Bjork got boobs. I had no idea. My ex was her publicity chick for years, so I don't remember having her. I don't remember seeing boobs on her, man. But I'd never seen her in person. But yeah, I was like, oh, all right, I'll play this. So that's going to be in March, though, or February. But this show looks good. You know what I want to get a good version of? Runaway Train. I have the shittiest version of it because I think it was only done like once. But that's the album I got the do I have a multi-platinum or platinum? One of the things on the one. But anyway, I'm psyched to fucking hear this show. I hope I get to pluck songs from it and then in turn play it at Live Jam. That's my MO. But I haven't gotten permission on the new things I'm adding in now. Or I don't know if I even need, I guess I need, oh yeah, I definitely do. Because one of them's being made into a DVD, if not already, the Lady Gaga Charismatic Tour or something. And then this Bjork thing is something too. 3 fucking hours. I mean, shit. That's insane. I didn't even know she could do that, to be honest. Again, I hate to beat the dead horse about Armand Gilliam or whatever his name is. What's George Santos' real name? This guy's gotta go, man. It's like not even, it's not healthy. He's a danger to society. He collected money on false charities, and including one that had something to do with animal activism. And some military dude never got his fucking money, so the dog died a year later. I mean, it's not a direct correlation, but I'm just saying. You know, it's just kind of brutal. Except, you know what? I have to preface this whole thing, even though I can't preface it at this point. However, it's the Democrats' fault. I'm telling you, I don't know anything about politics. I don't know anything about anything, okay? And I still would have been able to figure that guy out. How did the person not, first of all, figure out he had a different name? I mean, for fuck's sakes. That's like, you can't just change your name. When I got back from California, my license had Donald. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I went to get my license, and they wouldn't allow me to use Don because my birth certificate said Donald. So I would have to go to court and change my name even to alter it 3 letters, it would be a whole rigmarole. So I was like, Jesus. So my point is, you have to go through law or legal to change your name for real, I'm assuming. Well, not I'm assuming. I mean, at least in Jersey, that's the way it is. It's just bullshit. And then who's this fucking Bam Bam guy that, like, wanted to shoot everybody because he lost? I mean, this is what I mean. And then you have Marjorie Douchebag Green in these spots now because what's-his-face had to give up his fucking left testicle to goddamn get a speakership. And everybody forgets. I gotta play this. You know what? I gotta play this. I'm sorry. I'm taking the fucking time because I put it on the Morning Joe Twitter thing today. Hang on a sec, fucker. I wanted to beat the fuck out of her and I've never hit a chick. But I would. Now you can because chicks can beat me up, quite frankly. At least the ones at Tiger Showman. Wait. Margaret Taylor Green, David Ho video. You guys see this? Hang on, I know. It's my great production. I get it. Alright, check this out.
About 5 years growing outrage tonight over comments by Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, including calls for her to be expelled from Congress.
The Republican freshman has advocated the execution of Democrats such as Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton.
Alright, but what you're not seeing now, who cares about that? Wait, where's the thing about her on the street?
The senators.
Alright, here, this is it. Alright, so she's got nothing to say. Alright, so basically, they're showing her walk down the street in D.C., and there's this dude, David Hoke, who was part of the Green Parkland shooting that evidently didn't happen. And this fucking cunt wad did this.
How did you get over 30 appointments with senators? How did you do that?
Okay, so basically, David Hoke must have gotten in to see 20 senators. Now, Marjorie Taylor Douchebag Greene, I've been in to see 7 to 8 or 4 in one day and then 4 in another day senators. Okay? When I did the Grammys on the Hill, that's what we did. We marched around that whole entire building. Okay, so it's not hard if I can do it to talk about fucking microphones and royalties. Now he's talking about the, liberal media that gave him press coverage because his classmates were shot and killed at age 14 or whatever. She's wondering why he got coverage. Kids? He's got nothing to say. To be honest, the only thing to do in that situation, and I would pretty much, I would assume I would have probably had to not say a word. And that's what you're probably told to by the person, the people, David Hoke's not there alone, so he's being told not to say a word. But the only other thing to do is to just basically grab her by the fucking neck, throw her on the ground and say, shut the fuck up, and pop her in the fucking nose 3 to 5 times. Or once. And bust it open. That's it. Or do a sleeper hold. And you can call it nighty-night. That's what a real man would do, actually. Take her by the neck and fucking put her to sleep right on the street. Nighty-night, Marjorie, shut the fuck up. I guess it's a form of assault, but I don't know if I would really give a fuck at this point. If I didn't have any arrests under my belt or whatever, and I didn't have to do time to fucking put somebody to sleep to shut them up. Man, oh man. Fucking cunt bucket. I fucking hate her. Oh, but my point is, she got key positions on it, and my other point is she's going to get a say. So basically, what's going to happen, which could be kind of good, because it'll be a waste. The next 2 to 3 years will be a waste, or 2 years, a year and a half. But this fucking Make America Great Again guy that wanted to kill 5 people, what the fuck? Because he lost. First of all, he lost in a huge fucking landslide, to be redundant. Hey, by the way, not only is Laura Dern on, which I want to see that movie, I just said it lately. I think I sung the song More, More, More. The one where Reese Witherspoon is it's a true story, sort of. It's a true story, but I don't think everything in that thing is 110% true. And Reese Witherspoon is way hotter than the actual woman. I mean, no offense to the actual woman. I'm trying to praise Reese Witherspoon. Because if I saw Reese Witherspoon on the fucking Continental Divide or Appalachian Trail or New Hope or whatever that town she was in, yeah, that would be great. Let's just say that. We'd be lucky to have her in our presence. I'm assuming she's hot, right? From what I remember. But anyway, I think I wanted to hang with her, Chelsea Handler, and the girl from A Million Ways to Die from the West. Not Sharon Hagel. Well, anyway, that woman. The woman, she's been in a lot of shit. I think she was Atomic Blonde. She's been in a ton of shit. She's fucking sick. I just have a blank, of course. But they evidently went to Africa together. I'm pretty sure the three of them. And I would have loved to have gone with them, honestly. Yeah, I would have loved to have gone to Africa with them. That would have been sick. Think about how much fun that would have been. Because you know they partied. I mean, let's be real. Not like coke. I mean, if it were me, I would dose or something. Do mushrooms. Absolutely. On a safari? Fuck yeah, bitch. Something. Something magical. Absolutely. Like, it wouldn't even be a doubt. Or that ayahuasca thing. Gotta try that. What is ayahuasca? A tryptamine? I've never done that either. I've never done, what do they call, the businessman's acid trip? Where you trip for like 3 minutes and see gargoyles, evidently. Or animations. There's two forms of it. But I never did it. So I'm watching, I didn't realize, as far as the Sinner goes, I didn't realize that I started with the 4th season, and then all of a sudden it started to go into the next episode, which was the 1st season. Which actually had Jennifer Beal in it, and it's kind of like, how do you describe what it is? It's kind of like True Detective meets X-Files, because the subject matter is just a little off, and there's definitely definite science behind it. However, it's fucking, you're bringing in some weird shit that evidently only Bill Pullman can see. His character in it. Huge Ackman? So a huge Ackman is on show. On the Morning Joe show. You want to hear it? Because I'm going to bring up the huge Ackman. What's this movie about? I guess that's what we're saying. I want to see the interview. I'm trying to get to the interview. All right, here we go.
Yeah, so let's go. You deserve no crown, and you don't deserve your queen. Huge Ackman, but this law is overturned.
Huge Ackman. Did you hear that?
Oh, real.
Right here.
But this law is overturned.
Wait, what happened? Huge Ackman. See? Right, here he is. New film, The Sun tackles mental health crisis. Oy. I don't want to see any more shit about fucking mental health. Kind of over it. And I gotta figure out how to turn the volume down, obviously. Huge Ackman is on the show, but I'll not put it on here. I don't know how much I really care about Huge Ackman. No, don't get me wrong. He's the full package, as Ben Stiller goes on to say in that scene. You want to go to it? You want to listen to it? Here, I'll listen to it. Here we go.
Well, that's not real.
I think this is a recording of a recording.
Sorry, I mean, it's a performance that we were writing, and it's not real. It's not real. Not real! You know we're gonna drink the count!
Forget it. I wanted to find the, you're the full package thing. Anyway, sorry, I got sidetracked. Just not in the mood to do this stupid fucking show, or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, in case you were fucking wondering, companies like TUI Amusement, Get Your Guide, Trip.com, AttractionTickets.com, and Jet to Holidays are still, and I mean still, with fucking capital, fuck me, man, with capital letters, exploiting wildlife for profit, despite 84% of UK citizens who believe that our operators should not sell activities that cause wild animals suffering, according to a report by the World Animal Protection. Yeah, I'm assuming you've heard Ocelot's reaction to that because he just exclaimed. Regardless. And it's the problem is they disguise it as if you're doing something for mankind, animal kind, wildlife. However, elephant riding, selfies with tiger cubs, swimming with the so-called dolphins, first of all, you can do that in real, are cruel in the sense that they steal the dolphins and then take them into that water and let you swim with them. They take the tiger cubs and put them in a cage for their whole life. They attach an elephant to a fucking fence, except when it carries you around. Okay, that's not activism. I hope everybody realizes that, right? Like, for instance, here's a question. When you go on those dating sites and you see some chick with, petting a tiger, do you swipe left or right? That'll tell me the type of human that you are. The study reviewed 9 leading travel companies on their commitment to animal welfare and animal-friendly tourism with the aim to help holidaymakers plan wildlife-friendly holidays, or a holiday. Thousands of wild animals every year are forced to perform for tourist entertainment or subjects for tourist experiences that are incredibly unnatural and stressful for the animal. I'm paraphrasing too, so sword reading. For example, elephants in entertainment are captured in the wild or born into captivity, taken from their moms. Okay? You do know that, right? When you go to SeaWorld and watch a dolphin jump through a fucking hoop to fucking get your jolly for 8 seconds, do you think that the dolphin is a part of Star Trek where it was in the ocean and then it disintegrates and then comes and performs for you and then goes back to the ocean? No. It's either born there in that fucking pool, like the one in our backyard, all of ours, or I got sidetracked because I don't have a pool. I don't want to insinuate that I did. I don't even think I would ever really. I don't even care about having a pool. Or there's, for instance, we have 1 month. What's today? The 18th. We have. Well, wait. Let's go to sustainable action now. I'll tell you exactly how much time we have fucking left in the dolphin hunting season. Fuckheads. Basically, these dickwads from Japan are allowed to capture dolphins right off the coast of Taiji, Japan, and they're allowed to do it for half a year. And there's officially 3 months, 17 days, and 10 hours remaining in the hunting season. So they're allowed to hunt dolphins until March 1st, basically. So I think I'm off a month. So it's probably 2 months. Sorry about that. So it's less than what the site says. I have to fix that. And I used to have time to do the, daily updates or whatever. But honestly, I'm just so sick of it. I don't want to see fucking dolphins dying and getting stabbed to death and blood all over the place. It's just fucking heinous. Or fucking captured and put into a coffin thing with water in it and then transported to fucking Russia to perform for you fucking morons at SeaWorlds of the world. I mean, like, who the fuck gets off on fucking watching a dolphin go through a hoop? It makes no fucking sense. Or in unison of 5 when they jump. Ooh. I mean, get a fucking life. Do something else. Or go, here, I'll tell you what. There's a town called Cape May in New Jersey. Go there. You can go and watch fucking maybe even 1,000 dolphins in one excursion. I mean, there are so many fucking dolphins following that boat that it's I've never seen so many dolphins in one thing. I mean, go do that. The fuck you going to watch? Go fucking SeaWorld or Aquarium or Universal or whatever. Whoever does that. It's just stupid. Circuses too. Oh boy, you get to see an elephant stand up on its hind legs. Okay. That's fun for you. Are you a retard? Because I don't know who in the fuck would think that that's fun. Watching a tiger jump through a hoop? That's fun? That's fun. That's fun for you. I mean, I don't understand it. Then what? What do you do when the thing's done jumping through the hoop? Then what? You go buy something, cotton candy, a dolphin stuffed animal, a tiger stuffed animal. What do you do? The program for the circus? I mean, it just makes no fucking sense. I mean, you could easily support your fucking local whatever and then go out in the fucking ocean and see a goddamn dolphin, like literally hundreds of dolphins at one time going hog wild. Jumping in unison, going fucking crazy. It's badass. I'll tell you what, dude, I have total footage of it. Everywhere. Find it. YouTube, wherever. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's so much better than going to SeaWorld. I mean, I've never been to SeaWorld, but I'll have to admit, in the 80s, I was at a circus once and knew never to go to one again, or I didn't really think of it either way. I did, yeah, whatever. I don't even want to talk about it. I feel like an idiot that I went to a circus. Jesus Christ. Like, does anyone realize how the animals are, like, transported? Luckily, Jersey's cool. They won't even allow the animals to be transported through our state, barely. TIPA Act. And I agree, at least with elephants, it's like that. I mean, we don't have circuses here. Fuck that. I mean, we have Cirque du Soleil and shit like that, cool stuff, but not like fucking circuses where you, like, exploit animals. That's ridiculous. That's stupid. Philly, I'm sure, does, but not Jersey. Fuck that. It's ridiculous. Oh boy, oh look, the elephant stood on 2 feet. Ooh. Dude, go to fucking, I'll tell you what, you don't even need to go to Africa. There is something called the Lickerman Nature Preserve in Tennessee with fucking 10 to 30 elephants. Go watch them. Go to the one where Nosy went. Nosy's in another one, Tennessee. That was a big fight we had. Remember, for like 7 years? That fucking weird circus that would, like, trap. Fucking idiots. You know, even no abuse, even without the shackles and this and that, it's still abuse to put them on a train, on a truck, on an airplane. Okay? That's abuse. They don't belong, let alone the whales that have to live in those things at SeaWorld. I mean, could you imagine? That's jail. That's jail talk. That's prison talk. Because those if you put it in perspective or in relevance, how big is a fucking human jail cell or prison cell? How big? I was watching The Sinner, I was telling you, and the kid was thrown into solitary, the last I saw, because I was passing out. And I started spiraling on that. I'm like, because he started screaming or whatever. And I'm like, so this is what it would be like in that, your whole life. You'd have to just basically adjust, I guess. Because I looked at the room I was in and I was like, is it bigger than this room? And I think it was smaller. I think my back room is bigger than a jail cell, I think. Yeah, plus you have the toilet jetting out and 2 beds or whatever. Well, the little kid only had 1 bed in the center too. I think I'm in season 2 because I've seen 3. Oh God, it gets me so fucking angry. Here, I'm watching this thing, the Associated Press. It's this place in Japan. The pool, I've seen bigger pools in backyards, and I'm not fucking blowing smoke up one's ass. Granted, the people that had pools that big are rich, but I'm just saying. Okay, the dolphins and whales have no business being in them. Elephants have no business carrying you the fuck around. Okay, it's not Jungle Land, dude. That's not real. Okay, Tarzan did not fucking use an elephant to get from wherever the fuck he did to wherever the fuck. It makes no sense to ride an elephant somewhere. The fuck you riding an elephant to? And then they put the big like thing that's square, almost like a treetop or whatever, on top of it. Like, yeah, that's got to feel good. But what's worse is they shackle their legs to keep them near them, you know? That's the worst part. Ugh. I mean, we went from fucking human slavery to fucking animal and wildlife slavery. Because I guess we can't enslave, we can only enslave certain humans by law in certain ways where it's disguised. You know, like the American drug war and all that stuff. However, with animals and wildlife, man, it's in your fucking face. But I mean, I blame humans too that go to it. You know, but at the same time, I think people think they're doing a good thing. Hey, by the way, my levels are through the fucking roof. I mean, everything's coming up red. Is this normal? I don't know what you guys are hearing, but I hope it's okay. Anyway, fuck. I think now, maybe that's why maybe this is why the Taji hunting has plummeted. I mean, I'd like to think it's part of our activism and all that stuff. But I think a lot of it now comes from breeding, you know, internally or whatever. But my problem are those tanks. I mean, they're really they're small. You know, and dolphins, I don't know how long they swim, but I don't think they stop. Do they? Do they sleep? Yeah, because I guess I don't know. Hey, by the way, that dude that's leaving, what's his name that's leaving MSNBC after 19 or 29 years or whatever, he helped save a dolphin once. I saw that in real time. A little baby dolphin was stranded, and he actually, like, helped pick it up. I was yelling at the TV, like, pick it the fuck up! Just hurry up! Just, you know, but my way of picking it up and hurrying it up and getting it out there is not the correct way to deal. When a dolphin or a whale's been stranded, you got to do certain things to kind of inch its way back in or something. I think there's a method to the madness. Now, here's the only problem I have with this whole thing that I'm saying, hypocrisy-wise. I'm pretty sure Explore New Jersey, which is one of my companies, uses Get Your Guide or at least entertained using them. I don't know if we use them, and I'm going to check the second I get off here. But again, it does come back to us. Traveling responsibly means never including wildlife entertainment or those types of experiences on your travel itinerary or on the... I mean, I think they put dolphins on those ships now. I mean, how big can that boat be? Is it? I know they put them... I don't know if they still do, but they have had them at hotels. Which, that's a joke. I mean, yeah. So, that report also shows that the travel companies who've made significant and positive steps for wildlife over the recent years, like Airbnb and Booking.com, they've stopped on a dime and down, and same with Expedia. However, Expedia really just stopped with the dolphins. They still push circuses and shit. But the lower ones, and I'm thinking more regional ones, might still be an issue. Now, speaking of regional, the one thing that's that needs to be wiped the fuck out 100% are those roadside zoos. I mean, zoos are bad enough, but roadside zoos are they are ridiculous. I mean, they're the ones that, they are the ones that we basically fight for the most. And honestly, I don't want to use the word easy, but you get they in two cases that were kind of close to me, like in this area, like within an hour or two, within a year, in one case, within like 8 months in another case, it was closed down, is what I'm saying. But it wasn't, I don't want to say easy, however, you can get results with regard to roadside zoos, because generally they're decrepit. And it's generally a square cage and that's it, a novelty. And so you just have to you have to find them is the problem. I think that was more of the problem. Like Tony the Tiger, for instance. He's someone I discovered in bumfuck Pennsylvania just because I was on tour. And then some bear too. I came across and I was like, what the fuck's nuts in this? And it's always like places like Pennsylvania that has these. I think everybody from Pennsylvania is a fucking moron. I'm not into Philly, I decided yesterday. But in defense of that, I don't think I'm really into cities. Anyway, the Real Responsible Traveler report, that wasn't me talking. That's the name of it. It actually builds on the World Animal Protection's 2020 tracking the travel industry, which basically assessed Airbnb, Booking.com, Expedia, Flight Center, GetYourGuide.com. Get Your Guide is big an affiliate program, and then a bunch of other ones too, which I never even heard of. Anyway, companies who scored across 4 areas, as the WAP commissioned the University of Surrey, who independently analyzed the public commitments travel companies have and haven't made. All right, commitment. Number 1, availability and quality. Why are we reading this? I don't care about that. World Animal Protection then checked to see if they offer any of the 5 animal attractions: elephant rides, elephant feeding, and elephant washing. Who the fuck wants to wash an elephant? Yeah, that'll be fun. Have you ever seen an elephant shit? I hope it shits right on them. Shit. Feeding and petting primates, I hate that. Yeah, and the problem with that is the primates tend to stay close, so they don't. A lot of them do get chained up or whatever, but a lot of them don't, and they come back because of the food. Selfies shows petting or walking with big cats. That's like that guy, Joe or whatever. Swimming with captive dolphins and dolphin shows. And the sale of any interactive experiences involving any captive wild animals, including sea lions, crocodiles, and alligators. Whoa, what does that mean? Interactive experience. So basically you interact with crocodiles and alligators? Like in that James Bond. Did you ever see that? Remember, what was it, Live and Let Die maybe? Where he had to walk on the alligators to get out of the alligator farm thing? That's what I would have done. I would have just waited for them to line up perfectly and just used them as steps and got to the mainland. Okay. Anyway, scoring of the University of Surrey took place in June of 2022. So this is about half a year in the making. All right. World Animal Protection. Okay. So there you go. We've gone over that. Oh my God, I know why I started this whole thing. Hang on a second. Basically, I finally watched the midnight New Year's Eve thing, and I have a lot to say about it.
I think it's pronounced Phish. Oh.
This is what I'm talking about.
Okay, Taylor, let's do this.
I wish they would have done hello, my baby. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime.
The story started in 1983. So at the stroke of midnight, it's gonna be 44 years of
Oh, wait, you want to go over the joke? Oh, actually, you know what I realized? This is F. Zappa.
Excuse me. Is there someone here named Phish? Anyone here by the name of Phish?
Isn't that what F. Zappa says? Isn't that what F. Zappa says? P-Fish? Or whatever?
Midnight, it's gonna be 44 years of
Wait, I don't really get that, because it's not like their first show ever was on New Year's in '83, was it? Anyone? Or is the whole year considered their birthday? So this whole year coming up is their 40th year anniversary. Is that that's basically what we're being told?
I wish I had a time machine so we could do it all again.
I do too, except I would do it way differently. Way differently. Although, how would have this manifested? Because before it went all cockeyed, I had actually seen and met them before that, for years before. I don't know if I could tell you, but basically I started dating somebody that was like really into them, and then her and I lived together for a few years, and it became a hot mess. So it's a weird, I just hate that part of my life, and we went to see a lot of Phish shows. And the way we did it was pathetic. Anyway, let's go over this. The first thing I said was, dude, isn't this what went wrong like 2 years ago? With the thing coming down? So that's pretty ballsy. At least they weren't on it, though. At least they weren't like on top of it like that time when it got stuck. Alright, so then they go back to their first New Year's ever. This is cool, by the way. 1983. So did they do this on New Year's? There's no footage of it. There's some stills. So that must have been what, at Goddard College or something? I didn't even know. I thought their first show was 85. And I think that was with other members, by the way. I thought their first show was 85. Alright, so then they jumped to New Year's 95. That must have been the Fleet Center in Boston. Right? Yeah. Wait, is this? Oh, that's really happening. I thought this was from that New Year's. not into. This is where it goes bad. See, why are we jumping? Why didn't we go through every New Year's? Is my point. 95, there was one in 97, 98, 99, 1,000, of course. I don't know where we jumped. And then it gets confusing. Now they're in Wombat? Was there a New Year's that they did Wombat at midnight? No fucking way. I'm confused. You enjoyed yourself? Right, so this is basically a 40th year anniversary retrospect, right? Like that 25th thing that they had at the Fleet or Boston Garden. What was that? Fleet Center or Boston Garden? Oh no, Boston Garden was gone in 83, right? We're going to tear this whole building down. And this is real time. Ghost, Bohemian Rhapsody. Should we? Oh wait, they're doing shit. Yeah, let me go back. Oh, let me go back. Okay. Stuff happens. Alright. So then these weird, like, band members. Well, here, I think they're lookalikes. I think there's lookalikes now on stage, and then there's a bird flying. That's right, we missed that. So I don't really understand what any of this means. If there is a meaning. Oh wait, I see the hot dog truck. Oh no, I don't. It's just some weird guy on a bike. Wait, is it the hot dog truck? I think it might be the hot dog truck. I think it's the hot dog vendor, dude. Okay, so we're going through it, yeah. Now we're talking. Alright, so that's cool. Alright, now there's some guy dancing. Black top. Okay, then they're doing the Petrichor one. The Donnie Petrichor show. Now we're talking, dude. See, I'm way into this now. Then those angel people. Alright, let me go. What man? Oh yeah, then those, the bungee jump thingies. How about the people? Here's Bohemian Rhapsody. I'd like to thank Live Jam for inspiring me to do Ghost into Bohemian Rhapsody back into Ghost. Thank you, Donnie Petrichor. Because, by the way, I did that. But I did the real version. Not back into Ghost either. I didn't go back into Ghost. It sounds good. Now a whole chorus is like those singers are coming over. Yeah, let's just jump in. Yeah, let's go to this part. It's like some choir. Mamma mia, love you. Alright, I'm bored. Wait, they're going back into Ghost with this choir? This I gotta hear. What's this? Oh, it's still Bohemian Rhapsody. Yeah. I want to hear the choir. They better stay. They're dancing moving like motherfuckers. Oh, I'm loving that shit. It's good stuff. I love these girls and guys. Look at them, man. What the fuck? It's like... Now a whole, like, marching band's coming up. What is this song? This is something. Oh, Jungle Boogie. Oh, Miami. Miami New Year's. Jungle Boogie. Jungle Boogie. Jungle Boogie. I forgot about this. What about the cannon? Are they going to shoot Fishman out again? We should do shows like this all the time where I waste like 20 minutes listening to fucking music. Arrangement with big band. Uh-oh, the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room. There is a platform lowering down. There is a body that is getting up that resembles Trey, that evidently is still there all these years. Now the question is, does the platform work? But if you notice, the band's not going near the platform. It's a train lookalike. Oh, I did the air quotes, by the way. Jungle Boogie. What did they do that New Year's? You enjoy myself? Jungle Boogie. Oh, it's... Oh, that was another New Year's. Because they named the band Wilson, and of course, Phish has a song called Wilson. So they brought out the volleyball and a fake Tom Hanks for that New Year's. I would love to be getting one of these volleyballs, dude. I bet you they're on eBay selling for like $150. What else happens? Hey, this seems like there's so much more shit going on. Let's go here. Oh, we haven't even gotten to midnight. Dude, your seconds are like 7 seconds long. It's already like 1:30 if we listen to this guy countdown. Dude! 1 second is like 9 seconds in this guy's world. Let's go past here. What's the first song? Who's coming out of the cave? Oh, there's the Tom Hanks guy. You can see his dick. He's in this like leotard. Dude, get the fuck off the stage. Fucking don't need to see his goddamn clock if you don't mind. Thank you. Actually, there's a whole bunch of them coming out. Oh, it's Marini, not Mama Dance. Did I say Mama Dance? Because that's what I thought it was. Now, let's see what else. So they're all doing the comedian's lumpy head dance. So they're all doing the greeny lumpy head dance. All right, well, that was fun. Wait, what's this? Because they have made it huge in New York. I mean, it goes without saying. They played, I think they have the record for the Madison Square, how many times at the Garden. But I don't think anyone knows them in London or whatever, which sucks, or South America or whatever. So, I don't know, I guess that's the only direction they should probably go if they care. But they would have to do tour there. So that's an issue. And they'd have to play smaller venues. That's an issue. So, and they'd have to work for their, sales, because I don't know how people would like them over there. When I saw them overseas, the venues I saw them in were tiny. One of them was in this place called Christianiana, and it's like the only free society on the planet. The only thing that's illegal is heroin and cars. And they played 3 nights there, or maybe 2, I can't remember. And the place had like holes in the wall, like you could see the sun coming in, like, rays of sun. But it was fucking the best. And then the Prague, the Lucerne Theater, I think it was called, that place was tiny too. It was like smaller than the Fillmore, I think, that place was small. But that was like really cool. When I saw the Dead, when I did Europe tour in '90 with the Dead, they played bigger venues. The first venue, Essen or Dortmunder, that was pretty small, but small in the sense of like 8,000, 5,000. Hamburg, I think, no. Les Zenith, that held like 2,200 or 1,800. 1,800. Les Zenith was basically a tent put up in the park. And I guess they have shows there or something. It was weird. I don't think there are anymore. I never even heard of it since. And that place was like 1,800. And then they played the ICC in Berlin. And that held like 2,200. And that place was clean living. You could have basically licked the floor and it would have tasted good. It was weird, man. That was the place I may have told the story when a few of us were backstage, and Jerry, all of a sudden, everything was metal and clean, and when you walk through to get to the actual venue itself, there were these sectors. The ICC is basically where they have government events, and they hold like conferences, like not conferences like you would see at the Javits Center, but like conferences like you would see with dignitary or whatever, when they change laws or whatever, international. And you had these like cop guys in like, I don't know, like almost like army outfits, but like beige, standing in like every like 100 feet or whatever, like in between the sectors. And oh shit, my glasses broke again. I gorilla glued them. I still have one thing on that's working with the other. And so basically our sector happened to be the biggest one because it was 2 sectors, I think, brought into one. And that's where the theater was, where you could actually play on stage. But you could basically, the backstage was this huge metal garage thing. So all of a sudden you hear, and it happened. So it felt like it was so long. And we were having conversations with Jerry, Bob. Everybody was in clusters of people, and you couldn't even have a conversation. So you just had to stand there and wait, and you had to wait so long. And then all of a sudden Jerry goes, well, if they start handing out soap, you better make a run for it. And everybody started cracking the fuck up because we were in Germany and it was 90 right when they broke down the wall. So it was kind of funny. It was really funny because nobody was saying a word for like 8 minutes, it seemed. And yeah, anyway, joke of the day. If you know, I don't know. That's what I said about Rammstein. If they start handing out soap at those shows, you better make a run for it, dude. Rammstein. Oh, boy. And another thing is, I was on this I&amp, and I had to tell this guy, he had basically a Heil Hitler sign today. He basically was, I think the emoji, or the, what is it called, the avatar? It was the person saying hi, you know, hello, raising his hand, but it was just, it was right in front of him, and I was like, dude, that's too close. I don't know, I wouldn't do that. It's almost like, there's this place near my condo, called, in Cherry Hill, called, Diggerland, and I'm like, dude, that's just too fucking close. Just, I can barely say, because if you fuck up, you're screwed. Because it's so easy. Diggerland. Like, say that 5 times fast and see if you come up with the N-word land. I mean, seriously. Huge Ackman. Anyway, that was actually kind of fun watching that thing. I have to admit. Do they know the Southern hospitality thing is a lot like Vanderpump? By the way, Vanderpump's coming back. I saw the ad. And it looks like James's ex is all do-daddled up, so she might have, I think she's going to have a bigger role, which I can't imagine because she's really dumb. And I don't know, I mean, I don't think that person has been able to put together like 18 sentences in a whole season. And then even the ones she puts together are so basic, it's like, oh my God. I don't know how you could date that fucking woman without going nuts. Trust me, I went through it. Oh my God. I was dependent on this chick and drugs and in need of money and all that. And so I was stuck in a relationship like that where the person was just dumber than fucking nails. And we did have amazing sex. It was the best sex ever. That I have to admit. I still fantasize about it to this day. And I'm pretty sure she's got like YouPorn videos, or at least it looks exactly like her. So I have them saved. I don't use them, but I do have them saved. Pretty sick, right? Anyway, I figure it was one of the ways to get through it. Just face it, because that relationship was ridiculous. It was so volatile, so horrible, so stupid, and it, you know, whatever. It took me. Well, I don't even blame her. I blame me, because I wanted to be in a certain whatever with regard to work, and I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. I was helpless. I was pretty much helpless until this day, and even now it's a pain in the ass. But it's a better pain in the ass because I have full control. So I can say, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and fuck you, and fuck you, fuck you. I don't need you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. The irony is the value comes in proprietary or Tory. I can't remember what the word is, where it's your own code. You know, where everything you do is owned by you. And that's your value, this day and age. I'm telling you, there are literally 5 platforms that get music into retail. And that's it. And it's all a pyramid scheme. And they all feed off each other. I discovered that in thinking about moving. And then I'm like, well, This is my point. If these 5 fuckwads could do it, there's no way I can't do it. I mean, my chops are like 85,000 times better than any of those people. I can see it in the programming. Their programming is antiquated and fucking basic. I mean, as stupid as it gets. There's one you can't even transfer fucking ISRCs if you move from one company to the next. It makes no fucking sense. In the pyramid scheme that he's in, that he created, or it created. So basically, if you want to leave one platform and take an ISRC to another platform that has, to the same platform, you can't do it. That's how stupid this fucking person is. First of all, it's illegal. It's collusion. You can't stop. You're stopping people from progressing. If someone can't go to another company and get their shit in the stores because you don't have a program that allows duplicate fucking ISRCs, that's a problem. It's going to come full circle a few million times, and it's illegal. That is beyond illegal. You can't do that. Then you have these people that are playing like judge and jury, like they want contracts. And I'm like, I'm not giving you a contract because you don't know how to read it. I did it once, and one person's like, wow, looks like it's physical. And I'm like, yeah, in that term, but then read on, and there's digital terms, fuckwad. Yeah. And it's like, I don't want to have to tell people this. The problem is with this pyramid scheme is there's a whole slew of entity and humans that have never, ever done anything with regard to the music industry. And the music industry is so saturated with these companies that allow people to get placed at retail. However, again, it's a pyramid scheme. There's only 5 companies or thereabout that do it. And you can tell they all have the same interface. And it's man-made. It's illegal. It's not normal. It's absolutely ridiculous. In reality, each outlet should have their own fucking way in. Like in real retail. Okay, what I mean is there's no general way to get into Walmart, Amazon, eBay, blah, 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 all at one time. Boy, would that be fun. That would be easy. No, you got to go individually to each company and get in their marketplace and then add products and then blah, 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 go to their, here to their thing. And then if you want to do it, if you want to hook it up to your e-commerce, like, automatically, the ways the wind blows and the sun shines and the ways that everything, the metadata is, that quantity and everything has to match up perfectly. I'm telling you, peace has to be everywhere on earth for it to work. Because it never works. And you have to do it all separate. But in the music industry, for some reason, one company gets one song into every fucking outlet on the planet that sells music or streams or whatever. And again, it's a pay-to-play situation, which sucks. So we could record us a lot like we did, make it into a WAV file. I could come up with artwork, put it in these systems tomorrow, and be up at Spotify within a week or 2 days. That's how pathetic the music industry is today. Any schmuck and their fucking brother and their aunt can put out a fucking song. There's no A&R hierarchy, and even the ones that think they do, they don't. It's not based on fucking how good the music is. That's not it. A&R is artisan repertoire. Okay, get it together. When you scout music and call yourself an A&R fuckwad, you're listening to music. There's not an A&R person on the planet that doesn't listen to music. However, there's companies out there that claim that they have A&R people when all they do is look at stats, which is fine. But it's not real. And there's no depth. Or innovation. I mean, Jesus Christ. I'm telling you. If you're from fucking India and have fucking programming skills, which there's 5 to 8 people out there that do, they're all from fucking India, that are now in the music industry. There's some dude from fucking Russia that runs one of these aggregator companies that Spotify backs. is a preferred Spotify person, whatever company, from Russia. I mean, fucking fuck. Really? I mean, equal opportunity, I get it, but come on. It's not real. If you, let's put it this way, you have 4 major record labels. I want to know one thing any of them have broken since 1995. From nothing to something, where they signed it, where they found it in a yard, or in a garage, or whatever the fuck, took it in, signed it, had 1 to 2 to 3 albums, and then it broke. Show me one. Just tell me one artist, and I will then say no. Adele had 4 albums out before she got her deal. No, Ed Sheeran had 10 albums out until he got his deal. Okay? There's no development. So cut it with, you know what an A&R person is? Someone that can put together a compilation album. That's what an A&R person is. That's what a good A&R person is today. I'm not talking about the ones on these little fucking distribution companies that call themselves A&Rs with a fucking plural. Dude, do they even know that that's an acronym? I don't even think they just like saying A&R. Nobody knows what the fuck it means, I don't think. Let alone takes it serious. I had it yesterday where they were like, well, submit it to the A&Rs. And I'm like, what? I'm going to depend on you to fucking choose my shit. You don't even know how to say the term. It's A&R. Okay, everybody? Artists and repertoire. It's not artists and repertoires. Okay, that's not a thing. Fucking morons. But we're going to uncover the whole thing. I mean, this is not going to sit normally. No. Okay, this is going to be broken wide the fuck open, and honestly, it's going to take me to do it. And I don't care. I got it all down. I've seen every fucking player in the book. I got it all down. So, everything is going to be exposed in very due time. Because it's not legal. I don't even think it's is it an oligopoly where like 5 people run an entire portion of an industry or something? Is that what it is? I think that's legal though. Monopoly's not. In reality, what has to happen is I think retail has to just cut it with the preferred shit and stop pushing people towards these companies that are set up with a pyramid scheme. I mean, it's a literal... You see this company, Direct Admin, at the top of every fucking ad. If you do music distribution or digital distribution, they're at the top of every fucking search, right? They have an ad, so they pay enough money. So they basically... They pitched me. So their platform is Sonos Suite. Okay? So Sonos Suite sells to them. Direct Admin sells to me. The fucking moron was pushing me then to go out and get more business, and then in essence, that's a pyramid scheme. There's no other. That's exactly what a pyramid scheme is. If I'm supposed to get other clients to buy into my thing, and then they get a portion of it, hello, that's a pyramid scheme. Is that allowed? Are you allowed? Are you allowed out here? I think you're allowed. I just think it's weird. Or I don't know, is it weird? I mean, it's a business model, right? I don't know. I don't think it's illegal. It's a business model. It's just a bullshit one. I mean, in essence, it's really the same, but like, I don't know. It's the music industry. I think that's my point. It's not selling knives. You get my drift. It's fucking music. And that's why I shifted however many years ago. I remember these fucking people, they would sign a deal, right? And then like 18 minutes later, they'd be like, where's my gold record? You know, none of them would be on tour. None of them would do anything. It was a joke. I'm like, dude, you have to do something. You can't just like, it's not if you build it, it will come. Or whatever, Field of Dreams. It's not like that. You need to have everything on all four cylinders. Everything. Press, licensing in films and TV, on TV, whatever the fuck. You need to be on tour and you need to be on the radio, let alone in stores. Okay? Just getting it in stores is nothing. I told you my cat could put it in a fucking store, put himself in a store if he had the balls to do it. Actually, my cat could watch Night of the Museum 3 and watch how they communicate, because he has this huge apparatus where he presses buttons on a keyboard, because they're little people, they're teeny people, so they can't even, like, they're too small to even press a keyboard button. My cat could fucking submit his own meowing and get placed in Spotify this day and age. That's how bad the music industry is. It's pathetic. And that's why you hear only creme de la creme, and that's why Elton John has a box set. He has the greatest hits. He has a box set too. He has a box set with this. He has a box set out. He puts a box set out with these recordings. He puts the ABC recordings out on a box set. You know, that's A&R this day and age. Good A&R, but it's not real A&R. That's just back when I worked at the majors, that was special markets or whatever the fuck. You were like, kind of like, whatever. Who cares about you? No one gives a fuck about Freedom Rock, douchebag. But Rhino is actually thriving in that regard. I mean, putting out box sets. Back in the day with Richard Foos and whoever else at the helm, I interviewed there, but I was like, unless you hand me the Monkees and John Doe, I just have no reason to be here. But I certainly didn't have the vision that there wasn't going to be any fucking A&R after 1994. I didn't realize the major labels were going to stop signing bands. I had no idea of that. And honestly, I should have known, because when I tried to get Tripping Daisy signed at MCA, I was astounded. The big thing was, dude, they sold 5,000 units. This guy told me they sold 5,000 CDs in Texas. And I was like, how? How did you sell 5,000 units? I know bands at MCA that didn't even sell 1,300 this year. So that's when I should have known, shit, they want everything in place, these majors. They even want album sales in place, which is implied that you have press in place, radio, this. If you're selling 5,000 units, honestly, what they were probably doing is selling my shows, but still. And even if it was inflated, you know. But boy, this was fun. We certainly didn't get to anything we were supposed to. Like Below Dick. All right, maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Because I don't feel like doing this anymore. And I have to do some real work. So, go see y'all later. Stay in touch and have fun with this one.